Audiobooks New Zealand presents this unabridged reading of The Independent Woman by Jill Darragh, narrated by Christina Cie. Let women then go on, not asking favours, but claiming as a right the removal of all hindrances to her elevation in the scale of being. Let her receive encouragement for the proper cultivation of all her powers, so that she may enter profitably into the active business of life. Then, in the marriage union, the independence of the husband and wife will be equal, their dependence mutual, and their obligations reciprocal. By Lucretia Mott, 1849. Chapter 1. Near Henfield, Sussex, 1845. Mrs. Marianna Marsham surveyed the broken remnants of her boundary fence with annoyance. Her horse Dandy shifted uneasily as she swore loudly, knowing no one could hear her bad language in this field, towards the back of her property. She brushed back the curls of auburn hair, which always managed to escape from her braid. It tickled her cheek in the light breeze, adding to her frustration. Damnation! Another repair I have to organise. How the hell did that happen? We've only had sheep in here recently. They wouldn't have caused that amount of damage. There was no one else around to debate the problem with, and her horse was keeping silent, although from the twitch of his ears, her comments had been noted. Pulling out a small notebook from the pocket in her trousers, she extracted a pencil from the cover and carefully wrote down details of the site and the type of damage to be repaired. She made a rough estimate of the length of the fence. It would probably take 2 farmhands to rebuild the barrier quickly before any of her stock strayed onto the neighbouring property. She would rather they spent their time on other jobs, but it couldn't be helped. The repairs had to be made quickly. Looking down at the sizable stream which ran lazily through a small hollow on the other side of the fence, she noticed a set of stepping stones which would allow a crossing to be achieved in relative safety, even if the water rose higher. It was an idyllic scene, and she wondered if there were any fish in the stream. Higher up on her property, it had been partially diverted into a small pond, which was dammed, to allow the water to siphon down into troughs for her livestock. Her notes finished, she took a moment to breathe in the sweet-smelling air and the distant song of a skylark, hovering many hundred...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?